Clearing the energy. Greetings, sacred souls, ancient beings. Welcome back again to another Moon Day reading. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is at peace in your world. And let's get started with a little shuffle. See, oops, totally missed that. What's going on for this week? Going into this next phase of the moon. This we have, hold on one second. Apologize, we're back. Going into this first quarter moon in Aquarius. We just entered into Scorpio season. Still got 5 planets retrograde, so a lot of inner work, retrospection going on this weekend. This will be the last week of our favorite retrograde. That Mercury retrograde will be ending on the 29th, going direct, and Saturn will also be going direct on the 6th day. Mercury goes direct on the 7th day. Shout out to the Ascended on the 27th. So also a special event this week is we will have Mars going into what many people who follow Hellenized astrology will say is a fucus, but Mars will be entering into Obia. This is the 13th constellation, the one that was removed because they didn't want to deal with the 1352. They wanted to deal with 1260. That's a conversation for another time. We won't go into that now. So Mars is about your courage and strengthening your passion. And now is the perfect time to heal and transform, because Mars is also described as the divine masculine, coupling with Venus, the divine feminine. So it's a time to get into alignment. Perfect time for alignment. Finishing up those transformative things that we've been working on with these retrogrades. So let us see. I'm saying this one. We've got defense in reverse. That's what we're looking at to start off. We've got healing. Just said that. Can't make this up. We've got vision in reverse. Just talking about vision, what we want to do. Got perfection in the reverse. And we've got take me to the next phase, baby, in the reverse. Well, say more. Inspiration, that is where we are going. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got cleansing in the reverse. So again, we got a lot because we're still dealing with this, all these planets in the reverse. A lot of introspection, a lot of transformation, a lot of transmutation going on for this week. So let's see what the answer to the burning question for this week. Got a question going into this week. This is the potential answer for you. And we have, yes, in the reverse. So again, all this internal reflection, this transformation is going on for this week. So we will start out with defense. This features Anu of Abu. This is one of the great leaders of the ancient Kemetic dynasties. This is one of the guardians cards. So this is defense. It's a number 2, and it features the energies of communication. So guardians, guides, ancestors are coming in to say that it is time to protect yourself. There are some things going on that are affecting you or could be affecting you. People are trying to affect you to bring about an effect. But there's some things you need to be mindful of. So he's standing with the ancient symbols of protection and strength and power. So he's crossing over his heart, so protecting his heart. So these are things we need to be thinking about protecting. These are things we need to be holding near, making sure that our heart is protected, making sure that we are not giving it away. We are not casting our pearls to swine, as you might have heard. We don't want to give away our energy, give away things that we are working on, to sharing them with people who are not necessarily interested or are only doing so to gain intel to use against you. So some of you may have been feeling this, some of you may be knowing this. This is a message for you if that is what has been in your feeling, in your gut, your intuition has been telling you this is what is coming through. Be mindful. Do not share information with those who are not worthy of your energy. Next card we got was healing. So this features Saptet, who many of you may know as Sirius, the bright star, the brightest star. This is one of the celestials cards. So again, we've got this energy coming in, so we need to take some time to heal. We need to take some time to rest. Some of you may be pushing forward too much, maybe not taking that time to focus on self. This is number 10, so 10 is a 1, 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is focus on self, focus on your things that you desire, things that you want to do, but make sure that you are doing those things to get your self, your person, your space into a space of alignment. You see she's crossing her heart. So again, she's crossing her heart. See, he's crossing his heart. So again, this is protection also. So protection and healing. Somebody is going through something with a relationship. So healing that emptiness, that space that you may be feeling, letting go, protecting yourself from defending yourself from what may have happened, what may have occurred, and getting to a space where you can allow healing to come through, where you can allow the energies, feel what you feel, and hopefully you can feel it in such a way that is not overwhelming. Look at it as an observer. You see it, you observe it, you look at it, you check it out, you experience it for a minute, and then you can begin to release it so that you can begin the process of healing your heart, to bring equilibrium and balance back to your heart. Here we have another guardian card. This is Vision. This features Heru, many of you know as Horus, of Nechen. And this is a number 3. So we've got a 2 and a 3. So we've got a sequence. So we're moving from the 2 to the 3. So vision, again, it's in the reverse. So looking at making sure that we are seeing what things we need to do for ourselves. We need to be focusing inward on what we can do for ourselves, what we can bring to ourselves. So you see, he is looking at this falcon who is flying. This is one of the great spirit animals of ancient Kemet. So he's watching it. He's standing with his staff with the Ankh and the sacred animal on the staff. So he's got his fortification on his right side. With his left side, he just released the falcon. So he's looking forward. He's looking towards what's coming, towards these new beginnings, these new things that are coming, but looking at it with the eyes of making sure that you are protected, that you are safe, that you are defending yourself, and that you are healing yourself, and you are using the first eye to make sure that you are envisioning those things which are in your highest interest. And then we got perfection in the reverse. This is the sphere. This is one of the symbols cards. So this is a 2-5, which is a 7. So we're coming to an end of a cycle. So also a beginning. So that we're looking at moving into perfection, and we are all perfect in our own perfect ways. So looking at being more of ourself, more of who we want to be, more of who we desire to be, and not who we were told to be. So this is the energy that we are looking for, that we are looking to create that balance. You see the couple inside the sphere, they are balancing perfectly on each other, with each other. So we've got, the 4 points. So that's, strength, that's foundation. We've got the legs and the arms. So we've got the 4 points. So that's the foundation. So we need to create this foundation, this strength within which what we want to build, what we want to create will be built on a solid ground. It will have a solid foundation. But with this card being in reverse, we have to make sure that we are working that from within, that we are doing what we need to within to get to that point of alignment. And here, one of my favorite cards in the deck is Take Me to the Next Phase, Baby. Take me. If you know, you know. This is an 11. So this is a gateway. This is an opportunity. So again, with all of these in the reverse, this is an opportunity for you to move from that space of introspection, and we will get to this in a second, to this phase of inspiration, where we are breathing life into that which we are attempting, working on, creating. So this is Sa. This is what many of you may call Orion. So we got another sequence here. We've got the 10 to the 11. So we've got 2 to the 3, 10 to the 11. So we're working on moving forward. So we've got a lot of forward movement going on. We are on a path of ascension, on a path of growth. So all of these inner things that we have been working on, all of these inner things that we have been dealing with are leading us to this path. So he's looking out onto the horizon, and he's seeing all of the things that are going to be able to come, because this is the goal, the inspiration. So again, so we've got another celestial card. So this is three celestial cards. So we've got definitely messages coming from above, not necessarily always like in the sky, but from our higher realms, from our higher self. They're bringing these messages to you, for you, through you, to get you to be prepared to take that next step. And that next step is inspiration. And inspiration is not necessarily always something that is what you are thinking of, but it's also a type of breath. So it's time to breathe some life into what it is that we want, what it is that we desire, the thing that we want to create, the thing that will get us back to our alignment with ourselves so we can be our most authentic self. This is the Achet, the horizon. So we're, it's a 1-3, which is a 4. So there, 4 goes back to this stability that we are creating. So again, stability. And this is also a number of perfection. Don't be afraid of the 13. The 13 is one of the most symbolic numbers in the numerical system. So it's time to get going on what you are looking at, what you want to be, your alignment. But again, remember, defense, protect yourself. Do not throw your pearls to swine. Alignment, perfection, that's what we're looking for. So this inspiration, this desire, this breath that we want to give. So it's like you breathe in, and then when you release, that helps to bring into alignment that which it is that we are going to create. And the shadow energy, look at that also. The shadow energy is one of cleansing. So this is in the reverse again. So it's again looking at yourself, what it is you need to release, what it is you need to let go, what it is that is holding you from being able to make that flight, so you can see the vision that it needs to be, so you can make that flight. Need to be taking care of yourself. That is drinking water, eating whole foods, doing your best to eat as clean and as high vibrational as possible. High vibrational foods are foods that are closest to their natural state as possible, or minimally processed by you, not them. So cleansing. So also making sure you're drinking enough water, because if you're not drinking enough water, your body is not able to remove all of the toxins that is necessary. So this is the ibis. So this is one of the another spirit animal from ancient Kemet. So this is the wise bird, and he's surrounded by quartz crystals. So amplifying that energy, bringing that energy into effect. So making sure that we are cleansing and cleaning and keeping our body clean and healthy and prepared for the next journey. And they're saying also that, apologize, the alarm went off. That's my water alarm. So it's time for me to drink some water. So as soon as I finish this, I'm going to drink some water. And so this last message is that of reflection. So we've been doing reflection for these last few weeks with all of these retrograde planets, and now it is time. This is the duat. This is the underworld. So we're reflecting. We're coming from a space of intense reflection, intense creation, and moving towards our authentic self, so that we can see ourselves, see where we're coming from, and see where we are going. Because once we do our healing, we will be moving into a space of envisioning from within and reflecting from within, so that we can see what we need to see, so that we can go to the next phase. So that's what we have for this. And again, like we said, the answer to the burning question is yes in the reverse, which is a no. So that means that there are some questions that need to be looked at. Again, we've got mindful of this defense. I'll keep coming back to this because this is something crucial that somebody needs to hear. So be mindful before you make any decisions, that you weigh the outcome carefully, thoughtfully, prayerfully, meditationally, before making any moves, even before committing to that no. And remember, no is a complete sentence. You do not need to explain, you don't need to clarify, you do not need to expound any further than those two letters, N-O. So that's what we have for this week. Hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your family, tell your friends. If you would like to support us, we like tea. We just drank our tea. If you would like to do so, the energy is in the little box. Also also information on connecting with us for any other energy clearings of your personal space of you. Things might be going on, you might like a clearing. We do Akashic records, we do dragon work, and distance energy work. If you are so interested, the information is in the little box. And that's what we have for today. We will be coming back with a message because, as I said, Mars is going into Obea, which will be a an intense, another intense event. So we're doing all this intensity right now, but it's also reflection. We are in the about the middle of autumn, so this is the season for getting ready, stocking up, getting ready to do some more reflection. This is the season of reflection and looking at what it is that we want to do, want to be, want to see, want to grow. So we will talk soon. Peace.